YouTube, how are ya now? Sean here from the EDC Den. Welcome back one and all to the channel. Guys, today we've got a couple of Tops knives in front of us. These are the collaboration knives with Viking Tactics. This is the Tops Crusader and this is the Tops Norseman. So I just thought today we would kind of have a little chat about micarta and we would give one of these knives some oil on the handle. So we're going to choose one of these knives and give it a nice coat of oil on the micarta. Tops Knives has some great micarta. This is the preferred micarta for me. It's got the kind of fuzzy feel to it, like I like to call it. So it's very grippy, got a soft canvasy texture to it, canvas micarta, as opposed to some of the other micartas you find. This is a line steel knife with micarta handles, but this one, it's harder and it's smooth. I don't think this would take oil. It's got some sort of finish on it already, I believe, or the epoxy is maybe more substantial than you find on these here. So very nice micarta here, but I do prefer the stuff that's a little bit softer to the touch. I believe Tops recommending giving these some oil from time to time, and I have never done that. It might bring out the color is what I'm hoping. The colors here are a little bit muted. You've got the two-toned micarta, kind of with the green color here and orange here. You can see that is very dry, almost looks a little bit faded. So we're going to see if adding some oil will bring out the color. Maybe it's going to look better, maybe it's going to look worse. So I think this one is going to be the guinea pig, the Tops Crusader. If it looks good, I'll probably go ahead and do the Norseman as well. But for today, we'll just do a little experiment here. We'll put some oil on this nice handle and see if it brings out the luster in this guy. Just give you a quick look and walk around the knife here. 1095 steel, always used by Tops knives. This knife has it's not file work going down the spine, that's machining, but it looks pretty cool with the red liners, the machine work there. Giant lanyard hole. This is a series of 3 knives. I only have the 2. There's another smaller one. It's called the Tops Patriot. But these are the 2 that I have. We are going to be using mineral oil today. This would be available in your pharmacy or the pharmacy section of your grocery store. I think this was maybe $3 or $4 for half a liter. And at this rate, it's going to last me a good while. I've had this one already for 4 or 5 years now. All right, so let's get some oil on this little bad boy. I'm not even too sure why Tops recommends that you give it oil. I don't know if these can kind of dry out and crack, and that's why they recommend it, or if it's just kind of for the aesthetics, it makes it look better. So let's see how we do. I'm just going to rub it in with my finger and then wipe it down to try and even it out. It really shouldn't take much oil, so I'm just going to give this a little kind of tip so that the top is all covered in oil on the inside. Then we'll get that cap off right here. And let's see what happens. So I'm just going to work it in just like that with my finger, try to get it nice and even, both sides. Then once we've let this soak in and it's done its thing, then we'll give it a little comparison look at the Tops Norseman. We can decide if it looks better and I should go ahead and do the other knife or not. They also recommend cleaning your micarta handles from time to time. You know, these can get kind of grimy and greasy with your hand grease. They recommend just some dish soap or some Windex to cut the grease. So that's a way of kind of bringing the newness back. We're kind of doing the opposite here. Not like we're making it dirty, but Getting it all greased up here so this oil can set in. A little bit more and then we're done. I think it's starting to look better, guys. I think the color is starting to pop and those muted dry spots are nice and wet looking now. Okay, I think we got her all coated. I'm going to give this a wipe down so I can handle it without making a complete mess, and we'll do a little comparison with the other knife we have here. Okay, I think I've got most of the oil off of my hands and the blade and this handle. So let's see the big reveal here. See what we got. Yeah, color's looking pretty good. That orange is jumping out nice. Maybe needs a little bit more here, although this might set in and blend everything nicely. Yeah, not too bad. I might add just a little bit more on some spots and let it set in. Let's compare it to the untreated handle. All right, here is the difference between the two. You can see that it is quite different. I don't mind the look of this. That looks nice. I think you can see the texturing a little bit better where they sanded the handle down and you can see the layers of micarta. Here it gets a little bit lost when it's darker, but I do prefer the way the orange looks on the treated one. As suspected, the moisture of the oil brought out the color, made it pop a little bit better. All right, guys, just a quick one for you. Not a whole lot of information about this on YouTube. I just thought I'd show you comparison videos. Since I have two knives with the same handle, I thought it'd be a good little way to check out the look if you're thinking about doing this, what you might expect to see when you're done. Pretty happy with that. I think it looks good. Feels good in the hand as that oil is soaking in. You can see that it's not leaving my hand oily. There's no shimmer of oil there. Still nice and grippy. Yeah, pretty happy with that. I think this will fade over time. My hands will absorb the oil and it'll dry itself out. So these might need a little bit of treatment once in a while, but you've got a lifetime supply of mineral oil there. This is one of the oils that they do recommend using. Mineral oil is food safe. It's meant for ingesting. You know, you don't drink the whole bottle, but what is this for? Like constipation? Yeah, for the relief of occasional constipation. Huh. Well, I'm a knife guy and I'm regular, so this stuff is going to stick to the knives. I won't be ingesting it, but at least if you cut food with your knife, you know that you've got some oil on the blade and handle that is food safe. I do use that to oil my carbon blades as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one final look as that oil is setting in. Which one do you prefer, guys? Do you prefer this top one, untreated, or do you like the way this one turned out here on the bottom? Let me know in the comments. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we will see you very soon in the next video. Take care, everybody.